Give him a round of applause, please. This morning we're going to have a tremendous event featuring the trend watcher Michael Chong, who will discuss the new wave of digital trends. But before we begin, I'd like to start with an annual tradition that we have at HITEC, and that's honoring this year's inductee to the HFTP International Hospitality Technology Hall of Fame. It's important to continue to recognize those who have excelled in the industry here at the HITEC because it demonstrates to all of us the great strides hospitality technology has taken in recent years. Hall of Fame members are selected by a panel of their peers. The standards of admission is very high, and each member must have a lasting impact on the development of application or promotion of hospitality technology. Since 1989, 31 individuals have received this honor. In tribute to the past inductees, HFTP has created a slideshow presentation located near the registration area featuring the Hall of Fame inductees. You can also see inductees on page 14 of your program. Now, we have several in the audience, so if any of the former HFTP, well, I guess not former, I guess you're still inducted, you get one shot at it and you're done. No. So any members of the HFTP Technology Hall of Fame that are here with us this morning, would you please stand? All right, let's give them a great big hand. That's awesome. We thank you guys for pioneering the way for those of us that are working in technology and hospitality. We appreciate the hard work that you've done. Appreciate all the gray hairs that you have, that you've gotten through the years doing these things for us. And sorry, I was looking at Bob when I said that. But today we honor Nick Price, Global CIO and CTO for Mandarin Oriental Hotel Group. So at this time, I would like to ask fellow Hall of Fame inductees, John Burns, CHA, ISHC, and Bob Bennett to come up to the stage and say a few words about Nick.
Good morning. Nick Price is a career IT professional, but until a decade ago, not a career hotelier. Until Nick joined Mandarin Oriental Hotels in 1990, he experienced hotels and hotel systems the way most people do, as a guest, an experience he's never forgotten. Nick earned a university degree in computer science, led education, and his subsequent IT work for companies in Europe and Asia, work that included near non-stop travel, resulted in strong opinions about our industry's sophistication in developing systems that fulfill guest needs. When he was persuaded to join MOHG as its CIO-CTO, he was given the latitude, encouragement, and resources to craft a vision and set specific system and infrastructure improvement goals, and he has pursued them with dedication. In working towards his objectives, Nick understood that progress could not be led or achieved single-handedly. Within Mandarin, it required developing a first-class IT team, which he has assembled. Externally, it required communication and collaboration with other hoteliers and with the vendor community. Nick has proven himself adept at explaining the need and benefits of hotel technology innovation. In doing so, he has won the respect and admiration of both his fellow hoteliers and the entire vendor community. Bob?
Thank you, John. Nick's career achievements at Mandarin Oriental and certainly his technology breakthroughs achieved there would make him a good candidate for Hall of Fame. But what really sets Nick apart and what makes John and I so pleased that he's being recognized today is what you might call his soft skills. First, Nick has always been an advocate for the guest and has made us constantly look at new products and old paradigms through their eyes. Whether it was an overly complicated alarm clock, an overpriced phone call, or TV content that would really make a difference in a guest room. Next, there are Nick's leadership skills, which have been so instrumental in organizing HDNG and setting the industry to rally around important goals. My favorite was when Nick stood up on stage in the years when there were very few land connections and stated there'd be no serial interconnections in his property, and challenged the rest of us to do the same. There were a lot of vendors that went out and built IP interfaces quickly after that speech. His employees will attest to his mentoring capabilities, and his fellow hotel executives admire his vision and how he can explain technology issues to them and then go out and get them solved. He treats vendors as partners and works for their success as well as his own. Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, is Nick's enthusiasm and passion for the causes he undertakes and his never-ending willingness to help the entire industry, not just his company, by contributing his time to make a presentation, write an article, or serve on a board. He openly shares information on his successes as well as his challenges to benefit all. I think one of Nick's legacies will be the phrase I often hear from small startup companies with great breakthrough technologies. You know, our first installation is at Mandarin Oriental. Please join us in congratulating Nick Price.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. What a turnout this morning. Really, I'm amazed actually that so many people are here. Thank you. I'm not going to take a lot of time. It would be wrong of me to do so. But I do think there are a few things I should say. It's been 10 years since I've been in this industry. In fact, this is my 11th year. It's an industry that I joined expecting to last maybe 2 years. And I didn't, to be honest, really want to be in it in the first place. I've lasted so long in this industry because I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it because of the people I've met, the technology challenges that we faced, that we've solved, and some that still remain. And really, it's because of you, the friends, colleagues in the industry, that I think it's about the people that matter, and you all mean a lot to me, so thank you very much. To be honoured by one's peers in any industry, and in this industry in particular, I think is very special to me. There can be, in my view, no greater achievement for me in my professional life, so thank you all very much. It caused me, though, to think about what have I actually done in this industry, and I have to tell you that it's difficult to put into words, but I came up with 5, which I thought probably best explained what I've been trying to do. And it's simply this: the role of the CIO. To have a vision, to innovate, to inspire, to communicate, and to lead. That's it. That, in 5 words, is what I've been trying to do, successfully or unsuccessfully, in the last 10 years. And to the extent that I've achieved it, I've been honoured for doing my job. And it's as simple as that. I've done the job of a hospitality CIO for the benefit of my company, and thank you for the recognition for doing that. I do want, however, to take a couple of minutes to say some very special thanks to people who really made a difference in my professional career in hospitality. And first and foremost, I'd like to say thank you to John Burns and to Bob Bennett, both of whom are on the stage with me here. Both Bob and John sponsored me and proposed me for this award, and I really thank them both. It was something that's not easy to do, and they put a lot of time and effort into it, so thank you very much indeed. It's much appreciated by me. Both of them mentioned something important: my team. My team. I told you I have a vision. I had a vision. I innovate. All those 5 words. But none of that would matter if you can't execute. And I don't execute. You execute through the team that you build. And my team really is very special to me, and honestly is the best team of people, industry technology professionals that I've ever worked with in my professional career, and I'd like to say thank you to them, many of whom are down here today. I think we have a large team of Mandarin Oriental colleagues here today, so thank you to them. And I'd like to say especially Monica, Paul, Bong, Raju, David, and all of the rest of the Mandarin Oriental team, thank you very much for your support and help, because I couldn't have done it without you. Also, one other Mandarin Oriental employee who's very, very important and instrumental in my success is our CEO, who's not here today. He encouraged me, he forced me in some ways to work in this industry. He said, come on, you'll enjoy it. You really will enjoy it, I promise you. His name is Edward Ettigy, he's not here. He's our CEO, was the CEO then, still the CEO now, and without him I wouldn't have joined Mandarin Oriental, so I'd like to say thank you to him. Also, our partners. Now, I use the word partner. I don't like the word supplier or vendor. I use the word partner because they're business partners to me. And I would like to mention a few, not by company name, but by name, because personalities and people are really what it's about. So thank you to our vendor partners. Larry from Vermont, you know where you are. Karen and John, also previously from Vermont and Las Vegas, thank you. Tina and Linda, thank you so much, from Atlanta. Jeff from Redmond, Sandro, Sean, Lewis, Marcus, Dave T, and Sudarshan, thank you all very much for the 10 years of continuous support through good times and bad that you've given me and my company. It means a lot to me. Thank you very much. There is one person I would like to mention by name. Very, very important person to me. A mentor, a confidant, a friend, Doug Rice. Thank you very much for the 10 years of your professional guidance and counselling, without which I can honestly tell you I wouldn't be standing here today, and without which many of the successes of Mandarin Oriental and the industry simply could not have been achieved. Thank you. There is one person who is not here today, without which, honestly, nothing could have happened. My wife, Dawson. Some of you know her, and you will know also, therefore, why she is so important to my success. She works for Mandarin Oriental. She really takes so much of the heat and the flack and helps me get through my day. And really, she's been so good to me and helped me do my job, so thank you. To my dear wife, who hopefully will see a video of this. And to wrap up, I would like to say two things. One, it has been my pleasure to serve this industry in whatever capacity I have. I will continue to serve this industry. I don't know in the future what capacity that will be, but I don't anticipate working in any other. So I look forward to seeing all of you over the coming 10 years as I grow older and perhaps a little wiser. So I look forward to that. And lastly, thank you very much to Frank and his team at HFTP. Really, you've done a great job with this high-tech event and with the inspiration for many of the hospitality colleagues in the world, throughout the world, and I thank you for that. And with that, have a good HITEC.